Hello, my lovelies. So, I guess it's time to address the elephant in the nation. I've kept quiet about what's going on, and I don't know. I just feel like silence is not the answer right now. So, I don't want to give too much information because this is the internet, but I am going to say that what is happening is hitting very close to home for us. Very close. And it is alarming because people are angry, people are outraged, people are acting out, people are emotional, emotions are high. It's just, like I told my husband, the circumstances were just right anyway from the very beginning, with COVID-19 putting people in their homes, our favorite places being shut down, people already feeling the stress of being under quarantine. Our theaters are closed, our restaurants were closed. We're just now seeing businesses open, but this was after quite some time of being just isolated and quarantined, and we're still practicing social distancing, which in itself explains a lot because the word social is right there in it. So of course people are irritated, aggravated, just all around ornery anyway. And then you throw into the mix this poor soul who was snatched from this earth way too violently, way too early. And my family, and I, we sympathize, to the fullest extent. Our hearts go out to that family because I can't imagine what they are feeling right now. It's just horrible. You have this incident with Mr. Floyd, who was brutally murdered. It shouldn't have happened. It just shouldn't have taken place. That is, I'm going to say right now, that's my stance. That is my opinion, and I'm standing on it, and I'm holding firm to it. And then it was just too soon, still fresh in our minds and in our hearts. Mr. Avery was shot and killed in Atlanta, Georgia, I believe it was. That's still fresh in our minds and in our hearts. So these two incidences that just seem to take place in probably the worst atmosphere you could probably get, is just the making for disaster. And my heart just shatters when I hear of business owners losing their business, rioting in the streets, SWAT teams being called out. I always say, I want y'all to be safe. I want you to be here. I want you to be able to live your lives, dream your dreams, do whatever makes you happy. And this is devastating because, I can't imagine what people are feeling. Well, no, that's not true. I can kind of imagine because I am outraged as well. But I don't know. I'm at a loss of words for real. I mean, to be honest, this just, it's horrifying. It's horrifying because, minorities are being targeted. Police officers are being targeted. People are being targeted. Business owners are losing their businesses. People are fearful. It's horrible. And I know America is in an outcry right now. They are angry. They are hurt. They are infuriated. And I know this is not just about Mr. Floyd's or Mr. Avery's death. I'm not that naive to think that it's just about that. This is years and years, just so much history of minority violence that I can't even wrap my head around it. And I myself, I've said this before, I'm mixed. My father is a Spaniard. My mother is Caucasian. I myself have been told in the past to go back to China where I belong. I am not Oriental. I am not Chinese. I am not anything from the Oriental descent. I never have been. I never will be. I am Spaniard. I am of a Spaniard descent. That is my descent. And that's what runs through my veins. Now, who do I identify with? Well, not really anybody. I mean, am I Spaniard? Yes. Am I Caucasian? Yes. So, in the end, I'm human. I'm a human. That's it. That's all that matters. It doesn't even matter if I'm American. I'm human. Blood runs through my veins, and I am a human being. That's it. Period. End of story. And, on that point, my gender doesn't even matter. What do I identify as? What does it matter? Human. That is my answer to everything. I am human. I have dreams, I have desires, I have wishes. And so did these poor souls who were just brutally murdered. They were human. I don't care if they're male, female, black, white, Asian. It does not matter. And there's so many other identifications out there, such as pansexual, homosexual. What does it matter? Those are just two to name. I could go into the whole list, but why do that? You know. And if you don't, educate yourself. The internet is full of answers. And if you don't trust the internet, go to a reliable source. Find somebody. I'm sorry if I sound angry. I'm not. I am. I am angry. I am angry. I am outraged. And I am terrified for the people out there who had nothing to do with these deaths, who are still suffering. Should America be outraged? Well, yes. And that's when our governing body should do something. Make this right. They want justice. Give them justice. We have a judicial system in place for a reason. Let's see some justice. And make it just. Don't half-ass it. If you're going to bring about justice, bring about justice. Fair justice. Which in this case, I think fair justice is going to look pretty harsh. This is murder. There's no way around it. He can't claim he didn't know. We all heard it. You can't hardly turn on your televisions, phones, laptops, anything anymore without seeing this video and hearing that poor man. There is no way that man didn't know. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I am not buying what he might be selling. I don't know if he is claiming he didn't know. You know, I don't know the full story behind that, but I have heard some claims that, well, maybe he didn't know. Bull! He knew. For shame. Our law enforcement is supposed to protect and serve us, the citizens. I haven't seen much protecting and serving as of late. Now, I know not every officer is bad. I know that. I know a few good officers. And they are outstanding people. But for those of you who go out and you make the law enforcement look bad, for shame. You don't deserve that badge, and you sure don't deserve that gun. You are a weapon walking around killing these people. And I know I might get some hate for this video, and that's fine. I know what to do with you haters. But for those of you who believe in equality and believe that law enforcement should be protecting us and not mercilessly killing us, good for you. As for the rioting, no, I don't like it that it's going on. I don't like that business owners are losing their businesses and that people are looting. No, of course not. Not by any means. But when tensions are high and people are upset, and our governing body does not respond in a timely manner and appropriately, shit's gonna go down. And I know you can tell I'm upset because I can't even get my words straight. But also, at the same time, how do you get somebody's attention when they're high up on their pedestals and they look down on us like we're peasants? How do you get their attention if you don't kick up a little dirt, cause a little trouble? Unfortunately, I think the innocent people are suffering because of this. But how else? Now, I know there are some peaceful protests going out there, and that's awesome. Nobody's getting hurt, nobody's getting tear gassed, nobody's getting attacked, and that's great. That is. I applaud you. But nothing's getting done either. So, I think I'm of two minds on this. No, I don't want to see anybody hurt. No, I don't want to see anybody lose their business. No, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. But at the same time, I want to see justice for what this man had to go through. How this man had to die. How he had to spend the last moments of his life in fear, being killed by the people who swore to protect us. What are they protecting besides their egos? What are they serving besides police brutality? Please, somebody make this clear for me, because right now, it's not. And maybe I am speaking from a place of emotion and anger and just devastation. Maybe I am. Maybe it is the PTSD in me triggered. I don't know for sure. I just know that I am outraged by what happened to these two men and people in the past who have been brutalized and murdered by the people who swore to uphold the law and protect us when we need them. What does it say when you can't call 911 for help without being afraid of being shot and killed in the street? This is not the America I was born into. This is not the land of the free that I grew up to love. Somebody should be upset that this man is dead, that these men are dead. Somebody should be outraged. Does that condone violence? Well, no, of course not. You can feel outraged and angry without conducting violence. But somebody should be upset. So, let me know how you feel about this. I want to hear. I want to know how you feel about this situation. Because I know I know what I feel. That doesn't mean I'm going to turn to violence, because violence is never the answer. But I know what I feel. I'm sorry for the long rant and seeming like I'm being confrontational or even, a little on the irate side. But I am a little irate. But I want you to know it's because I love all of you and I don't want to see anybody hurt. I don't want to hear later that one of you got into a situation that you couldn't get out of and you called 911 and instead of coming to help you, they came and attacked you. That's not what I want to hear. So this comes from a place of concern and care and love. So stay safe out there, people. It's getting crazy. Just protect each other. Remember, violence is not the answer, but it's okay to be angry sometimes. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel outraged. It's okay to feel those feelings within a healthy atmosphere. There's nothing wrong with feeling these feelings when somebody has been wronged. There's nothing wrong with it. If you have the chance, like and subscribe, and I want to hear from you. All right, much love. Bye.